guys, you're welcome back to my channel. This is Sim and Stitches. So there's something I would like to teach you guys, something very easy and simple to do. It's more like a swing hack, and I'm going to be teaching you. So we're going to be making this cap, or let me say this hat, or I don't know, fascinator, whatever you call it, as you have seen on your screen. That is what we are making today. All right, to make this, I'm going to be using this fabric. This fabric is like a leather. It has this um neon pigment surface that glitters. So that's what I'm using. So what you want to do now is to take your measurements, and you measure 4 inches on fold. You measure 4 inches. So I'm going to be marking my 4 inches like this, and then you cut it all the way through. You cut it all the way through your fabric. So now, after you have cut the fabric through like that, you are going to take your round head measurement. You're going to measure your head all the way around, and you take the measurement. For this project, we are going to be using this mannequin head. So please ignore the look of my mannequin. All right, so it's very old. So I'm just going to take the round measurement for it, and this is 21.5. So you go ahead and take your own head measurement. So if you're making it for yourself, just take your head measurement. That is all you need. So at most it's between 23 to 22, between 21 to 23 actually. So it shouldn't be more than that. Now the fabric that you have cut in 4 inches, we are going to be folding it by 2. I cut through a yard of this fabric, so that is 35. So you're just going to be folding 22 divided by 2 will give you 11. So after you have cut your own 4 inches, mark out about 12 or 13 inches, and then you take it to your sewing machine and you place it on fold and stitch it. So this is what I did. I just placed on fold and I stitched, and after that I turned it inside out. So by turning it inside out, this is what I have. So I just have a straight line after I have turned it inside out. This is the stitch area, and then this is the rest. Now look at it, it's looking bouncy, it's looking rough. You don't need to iron it out. We don't need it to be flat. We need it to have this bouncy effect. So just leave it that way. Don't iron it. Leave the wrinkles. Now I'm going to be using this foam. This is foam that we use for hip padding or bust padding. So I'm going to be using it. You can also use fiber. So if you have access to fiber, the soft one, not the flat one, the one that is soft, that you usually have as a cushion inside your teddy bear or your pillow, you can use that. So for this purpose, I'm just going to be using this. It will do the same thing. So what I did was to cut it into smaller particles, and then I begin to fill it in. So you fill it inside of this channel that you have created, and make sure that it goes all the way down to the base of the length. So that is just what I'm going to be doing. It will take quite a bit of time, not too much. Actually, it won't take much time, but at least you will spend quite a few minutes doing this. Just fill it in like that. All right guys, so now you have one piece of this. So you can look at it very well. You can see that it's firm but not too firm. It's still squishy somehow. It should be firm but not too firm. So you don't want it to be too tight for you to manipulate, but at the same time it should be firm but not too firm. So this is just the consistency that you would want to have in this. So now we're going to be making 3 of this. So we are going to be having this in 3 ways. So I already had the remaining 2. So this is 2, and then this is 3. Now if you look at it at this end here, I had flattened it with a stitch to secure this end. That's why I was able to put it inside of it. So you should also do that. Now I'm going to be combining these 3 together. and I'm going to be stitching it all through like that, because I'm going to be braiding these lines. So I want it all to have one straight line like that. They should lay on each other like this on a straight line. So go ahead, take it to your sewing machine, or you use your hand needle to secure these three together. You can see we have three of this. So this is what you should do now. All right, so now you can see that I had already stitched this, and I have it all three in one place. Now the next thing you want to do is to start braiding. So it's not difficult at all. If you are familiar with how to braid, you can just go ahead and do that. But if not, just make sure that you have one piece that is at the center, one piece at the right, and one piece at the left. So since it is three, just divide it into three equal halves like that. 1, 2, and 3. Now you take the center piece, take it over the one at the right, and bring the right to the middle. Then you take the side piece, the one at the left side, underneath. So pass it underneath the one that you have brought to the middle, just like that. Then you take this one again on top of this, pass this also like this, like this, like this, like this, like just go like that. I'm going to start all over again for you to understand. So we have three pieces like this. This one is at the middle, this one is at the right hand, and this one is at the left hand. So this is it. This one that is at the middle, take it over across the one at the right side, bring the one at the right side to the middle. Then you place the one at the left side underneath the one at the middle. So this is the one at the middle now. Place it underneath like this, and move this one at the middle to the side. So you just keep repeating that process like that. This will go over, this will go over. This is at the middle now. This will go over this, and this over this. So just keep doing it like that. You want to be careful about it, not to leave any room for gaps or for space to be too much. Of course there will be gaps, but it shouldn't be too much. So just keep going like that, like that, like that. As you can see, the way I am braiding. Now this is where it stops for me, because this is the measurement that I have. I'm going to practice this on the mannequin head that I already showed you. Now this is it. I hope you can see this that I'm doing. So we have it this way. Now I'm going to be attaching elastic band at this end to this end in order to secure it to fit into my head anytime I want to use it. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut like about 5 inches elastic band. So here's my elastic band. So I'm going to be measuring about between 3 to 5 inches. So let's say 4 inches. I'm marking 4 inches. I'm going to be adding 1 inch, which is making it 5, because I'm going to be stitching it at the right side and at the wrong side. So this is it now. Now I'm going to be using this same fabric as the coverage for the elastic band. So I'm going to be covering the elastic band in this fabric. So what I'm going to do now, so I'm going to be doubling the size of this elastic band. I cut 5 inches elastic band. I'm going to be cutting 10 inches fabric, that is times 2 of the elastic band, and I'm going to be adding 1 inch for sewing at the right side and at the wrong side. That is making 12 inches. So I'm just going to cut the 12 inches like that. Next thing I'm going to do is to stitch this together and pass the elastic into it. So I'm going to stitch it together like that, turn it to the right side, and pass the elastic inside it. I'll be back. So here it is. I'm going to hold it in this way carefully. Use my pin to stitch it, to stick it together. On this side, and then on the other side as well. I'm going to use my pin to stick it together. Then I'll take it to the sewing machine. You can see that it stretches. After I had sewn from this right side and this left side, so this is what I have. I have it like this. Now I also went on to stitch this. I secured the other end. Remember the end where we stopped? So this is well secured now, and this is where we are starting from. This is our starting point from this end. Now look at this, what I'm going to be doing carefully. I'm going to be stitching this with this on the wrong side, so right side facing each other. This is the line indicating that this is a long side. You see that there's a line that shows where it is being joined. So this is the other side that doesn't have that joining. So the same thing, if you look at this other side of this piece, you can see that it has a lot of joined lines, whereas on the right side, the surface area, you cannot see that. So this is the right side for this piece. Now this is what we are going to do now. I'm going to place this right side facing each other. I'm going to stitch this at this end, and I'll also place this right side facing each other, and I will stitch this at the other end. Do you understand? So just place it carefully like that, the right side facing each other, and stitch. So this is what I'll do now. So this is what it looks like after I had done stitching. So I stitched it on both ends to ensure that it is neat. Now look at it here. The piece is ready. You can style it anyhow you like the Zara turban or Zara hat. And that is it, like that. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Bye.